LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the StarSeries American Qualifiers. I'm Switchblade J. I'll be taking you through Splyce versus compLexity. The winner of this best of three is set to go forward to meet the likes of Rogue and United in the quarterfinal playoffs and become the overall first seed winners of Group A. Now, this is one with a lot of season behind it. Splyce versus compLexity is a match that many people have seen in the past. Many times this match has been played. And in general, Splyce have tended to have the up and up above compLexity. But this is a very interesting match because, as a matter of fact, the vetoes kind of sit to a bit of a balance, actually. compLexity got their best map in fact. The first map is Cash, is their default pick. It is one of the best maps in the pool for them. But at the same time, they didn't ban out Train, which is statistically not their permanent ban, but regardless, statistically, it is one of their worst played maps in the pool. So there's a very good chance that this one will be going towards Mirage, which will be a very interesting time indeed. I think this match is going to be extremely close. First, we've got to get through this first map, which I'm pinning compLexity to take it. Overall, in the series, I think Splyce are going to win it out. History is on their side tonight. And experience is on their side tonight. Let's jump into the knife round real quick. Let me know what your predictions are. Let me know what your thoughts are. But a knife round to start to get their choice of side on Cash. Well, compLexity, they tend to be pretty balanced. Why they're pretty good at this map. Splyce, not their best map, all the same. Our CT sided, so if they want to start off on the right foot, I think they need to win this one and get that choice as side. And looks like compLexity will be taking it instead. So they'll switch out towards the CT start. As expected, it's kind of a standardized pick for the knife round. compLexity on their map pick, on their choice of side. So for me, I remove any doubt in my head about this particular map. I think this one's going to go to compLexity. Train probably going to go to a Splyce. And well, we'll talk about Mirage when we do get to it. For now, though, let's just jump into this pistol round. It looks like both teams are just as eager to get started as we all are here. We locked down for a very long night of Counter-Strike. Here we go, the pistol round coming into play. The Kevlar coming out from most players. Slemmy to buy in with the smoke and the defuse kit. And Splyce with the P250 on Davey with a flash and a smoke. To kick things off in this first map of the best of three series. And straight in towards their default. Splyce out towards A. They've got a single smoke. So I imagine the default setup will be the smoke cross flash away in towards the A-bomb site. Initially, I think it seems to be where they're going to be playing in from. Davey, just teammates trying to take the opening peaks, and there it is, the smoke going down, the flashbang in. Peter's already down to 14 HP. I think that was the peak coming in from Cutler, back from Squeaky, but either way, he will be tagged up as he makes his way in towards quad and gets shut down by Drone. Backup is here to a 5-on-4 retake, but players are tagged up beyond belief. Android does connect down towards the Tempest, so bomb plant. Retake situation for compLexity. They've still got the defuse kit on Slemmy, but he can't afford to go down here. As Davey gets spotted, they tap him up, they try to take him down, but Drone takes Ye out of the action, turns on towards Android for one more headshot. Cutler takes depth, and it's all on Slemmy. 4 HP in a dream. He's not winning this 1 versus 3. A Splyce take the pistol. So, early start not the best here for compLexity, obviously, on the force buy, but So many times throughout the night, especially if you were tuning into our last series between Ghost and Swole Patrol, 4 Spies managed to steal rounds away, so I'm not going to count compLexity out for a second here, just off the basis of the theme of the night. But it will be Splyce to kick things off. Davey with 2 frags, Depth and Android immediately down. Peter trying on a blind shot through this smoke. We'll get close towards a couple of players, but not actually going to connect any of his frags. The bomb will get planted. 4 back of sight, back corner. Rifle still to play with on the Splyce side. They've got a MAC-10, a UMP, 1 AK on drone, 2 Galils. 3 versus 5 compLexity, just looking for the exit frags. And they are set up pretty decently to deal with these, actually, just Peter. Back here. And Tree looking into Tree. We've got Ye, the CZ at back box as well from his hall positions. Alongside Slemmy, they could crossfire it down and take some rifles out of their hands, make it a rather expensive ordeal for Splyce, especially if they can take those Galils and that AK out of play. The early engagements come through. Yeah, he pops up, takes the headshot on the first man, but can't get much more down than that, and Slemmy will also fall to the hands of Zotic. Only 1 frag, and it's not a major loss here for the Splyce side. In fact, it gets picked up by Zotic, who trades out his MAC-10. Can't really get a $600 kill on that. 2-0 start for Splyce. compLexity up for the eco now. We're going to stack, rush into A, or the nades, doing damage to Peter and Andrew, and Depth a little bit more so. Well, actually less so in Depth, but still the deagle damage done to Peter. Means he's going to have to play passive for this one. I don't think it matters too much. I don't think compLexity are going to get much done. It mostly just comes down to these upgraded pistols, seeing what they can do. There is only 1 in place. Embassy is caught out towards mid, so I thought there would be a chance for the CTs to get that opening frag, but 3 for 1. UMP recovered, but, you know, Sempis has already got his money out. He's already done his damage. And Zotic will take down Ye, leaving all up to Slemmy. 1v4. Again, looking for exits back towards a Squeaky. Not in main, though, which is where the only T-side player exiting from that half of the map will be exiting from. Everybody else has gone through towards short and high away. That was the mid position of the B-bomb sites, just to clear out where the CTs are coming in from. Very simple start from Splyce, obviously. And Zotic actually does take down Slemmy to get his $1,200 in the bank, but yeah, simple as it is. 3-0 for Splyce. compLexity with the AWP out on Peter. Now things are going to get a little bit more interesting for the CT side. Of course, not much ground gained in the early part of the game, but it is only early days. Might get a bit more complex now. Excuse the pun. Lacking head armor, Android and Stemmy are still going to take it despite there being AKs on the board. Defended against by Cutler and Davies peaks and the headshots that come through from those. And in fact, Android will make that work against Davey. He goes down, drone peeks on through, Cutler trades out Android. Meanwhile, Slemmy turns on towards his second and not quite his third though. It doesn't matter because Depth is still here on the site playing passive, waiting for backup to arrive. I think they spotted the bomb as well, so they should know. He's ready for the clutch. Cutler, back turn, bomb dropped. And Depth gains control for compLexity, with Zotic being the last man left here in a 1-on-3. They know where he is, he's put out the Molotov. And the CTs just rotate in to crossfire down the B-bomb site. This AWP, serious play to try and make it work. He will spot Depth on the site, turns on towards Ye, but no. Misses his shot. The frag comes through for the CT player. So, nice start here from compLexity. Into the rifle round, they'll go with an opportunity to put Splyce down. And even up the scoreline yet, but also at the same time, Splyce are on for the reset against the CT side. The AKs will be coming out for this one. Fun investment in both teams, low on the economy. The AWP stays in play for Peter, who takes it out towards the A-bomb site this time. Going in towards Squeaky, he might catch a good frag on Cutler here. No, I think he spotted the information, and this might just back off the back of this, but 2 CTs up to the control of this part of the map. And meanwhile, Davey will try and take the default frag here over on the B side. Slimy will lose a lot of HP, as will Andrew. Actually, Andrew will eventually concede his life on the second face. So nice start from Davey here. And again, Splyce have so much to gain off this reset, so... ridiculous start to this map. Which obviously is compLexity's favoured map. But a minute to go on the clock here. Splyce aren't going to take too many aggressive peeks other than just the initial few frags. In fact, they're not going to go towards the B-bomb site at all for this matter of form. They've already taken the first. I expect the defensive to be bolstered out here, but no, instead it's Peter with the aggressive peek from the AWP, taking Cutler down. Sempis moving in from Highway. Meanwhile, Slemy's not going to catch any of these players as they move forward onto Dawn. 4-on-4 situation. Depth catches Sempis off guard, but Sempis still returns the frag, and the AK stays alive for the moment. Ye will defend it and take him back down, but Peter's also down and out of the action, leaving the A site open for business with Ye peeking up close, spotted, sprayed down by Zotic and Davey. Oh, hello. My Windows is going mad. No idea what happened there, but either way, 1 versus 3 for Slemmy. 15 HP on his board. And yeah, he's going to have to save this one. Splyce take their 4th. Look to reset compLexity right here, right now. And not much money left for the CT side. And a very strong start from Splyce. This is what they wanted. compLexity with it all to do to try and turn it around. Not a lot of money to do so in this next round as well, so no reset opportunity against Splyce. But of course, Splyce will invest in full anti-eco setups, and compLexity actually will try and force the issue. The M4 saved, and the FAMAS brought down by Ye. compLexity may still have a chance of this one, but they are playing passive angles, and Peter is the man to try and take the first face here. Deagle's shot at this kind of a range. It's a 1 Deag potential with some sick clip potential as well. Depth also creeping up. Maybe spot the foot of Zotic. I don't know if he did, but he will still try and take the fight against him. And Depth loses so much HP for it. Instead, he's weak. Ye opens things up, turns the first to the favour of the CT side as Cutler goes down. Depth has got to get this rifle out to somebody else. Will still peek on through, and Ye is going to try to give him some room to breathe. Peter spotted on Davey. Ye will take his second frag, and the rifles are doing its damage. Slemmy also at the back of the B-bomb site. Molotov, that position he holds in for as long as he can. Actually gets past the blind spot of the T side, but still can't do anything with it. Drone will get himself 2 frags. Both Slemmy and Android go down. 3 versus 3, and the bomb will get planted, but they've got AKs now to work with on the CT side, so there's actually a bit of an upgrade to where they were at, and this nade could do some serious damage to Drone. 6 HP remaining. A few feet further inwards to the site, and he would have gone down. Sempis is spotted by Peter as he turns on towards his first frag on the retake. Depth catches Drone off guard, and it's all Zotic with the AWP. Taking out Depth for low HP player, but Ye's got him covered, and the defuse will come through from Peter. A very nice force buy from compLexity, biding their time and getting the frags, and getting the second round on the CT board. Force out again from Splyce. They don't want to leave this one to go so far into the back lines. Both teams low on economy, so they're up for the resets on lost bonuses for each team. Splyce, a little bit more to lose though. They need to keep a hold of this lead. If they can reset compLexity again, then that means that there's more rounds for them to scrape onto their T side. And It gets better and better from there if they can make it work. So far, it's the default out. Cutler, the man pushed up the most aggressive here in Squeaky, looking for a frag or information. He's got no utility, so he can't play setup for an A execution. They are just suppressed at this point across all angles. Splyce will actually make their way into the A setup. I think all they've heard is just this one man here making noise, depth, jumping around, taking shots through Squeaky. They better account for Shroud Spot. Take a look where Ye is. Man on a mission, ready to take down Sempis. He's just going to wait, bide his time, wait for them to push on through. He takes down Sempis, but the timing is great for Drone and Zotic because they take 2 frags right back out, take control of the A site and get the bomb down for it. Plant it for default, 4-on-3 retake. compLexity on the back foot right here. Android and Slemmy, 2 players up to charge. Also Peter with the AWP trying to find a good angle above it. The utility pulls on through. Zotic dodges the flashbang. Can't get the shot on Slemmy though. Legs down. Android will peek on out. Drone will shut him down. Slemmy challenging against him as Peter goes down to the hands of Cutler, leaving it all on Slemmy in a 1-on-4. No way he's surviving this one as the T's peak. Baby gets credited with the frag. The 5th round of the ball for Splyce as they reset compLexity again. They are holding a very good fight into this one. Considering how strong compLexity are on cash, making this their default pick. This suddenly starts to get a little bit more close. Just to force out on the pistols, they will try and steal a round away from Splyce. Dealing from depth, trying to find Zotic. Pushed up from main, spots him, taps him, only lands 1 bullet, and it's not a headshot, so Zotic gets away alive with information. Probably just to connect the dots, they have force ball on CT side. Holds back and waits as the flashbangs come through. Cutler is flashed off, however. They do fend the T's off for the moment in time, just by using utility and aggressive peeks and just a couple of good tags. Depth will still hold main control. Back of the lockers. Sempis going to try and take this peek up. Cutler's once again held out and Squeaky, and Depth with the first casualty of the CT side. Sempis takes him down. compLexity, the rest of them are held up towards the B-bomb site, and it looks like they're just going to stack this one up and hope to God that Splyce pull out a rotation. But they are committing to this one. The utility is coming through, and they are not leaving anything to spare, ensuring that compLexity don't have a single inch to breathe with. The bomb will go down. See what his pistols can do on the retake. If they could get any damage, then that'd be nice, but I don't think they're going to have this in the bag on the CT side. Held out towards exit frags positions. Long range is mostly taken. Slemmy held back towards CT with a 5-7, hopefully to catch off one of the T-side players. Just tap his way on through towards that victory. Yeah, Davey taking out Android, yeah, with a CZ. Does take Davey back. So a little bit of damage done. And Peter catches off the AWP. Nice headshots coming in from these pistols. And Cutler, Sempis, and Drone are all forced back. Rifles can't get recovered, but they'll take them out of T-side hands, make this round extremely expensive as one more frag comes through. Ye is looking for a little bit more against these guys. These force-ball pistols are seriously doing the damage today, but Cutler will end off the hype train. Slemmy will still peek in towards mid, tries to see if he can get one of these frags. Sempis right round the corner, gets a good tag, but it's not enough. There we are, 6-2, favour to Splyce. They're going to be building on the foundations of a fantastic start to this T side. Quite interesting. This is the way we start off our first map. Because Splyce have never won cash above compLexity. Can just do so right here. Sempis even taking a piece against Depth and Co. Does lose the second frag. He does take down Depth. They try to get this AK out. David's trying to spray on through and Keep that AK out of the hands of Android, but Android does pick it up and is now going to try and turn it onto T-side players. But the distraction towards mid has allowed them to get on towards the A site. The bomb's going to go down. Relatively easy stuff here from Splyce. They just try and get the AK out of Android and try to farm up the money with these SMGs. And Android is eventually spotted and tagged up extremely low, but Zotic turns on towards his backup. Peter's down, and now Android's down. A 3K for Zotic. Lots of money in the bank. Of course, the AK staying in play for the T's. Again, a very good T-side half so far. compLexity do need to step it up right now, unless they want to concede it. The failure of Splyce. One round from doing so far. But orbs coming in from both sides. Zotic on T side. Peter on the CT side. Peter once again going towards the A-bomb site. And none of Splyce have got a good read on this. They put Zotic out towards B. The B holes try and get the opening frag. But early utility damage comes through on Peter. He suffers pretty dearly because of it. 61 left on him thanks to the early grenade damage here. Oh, great peek on Peter. Got a flashbang from his teammates, blinding off the CTs in the site. And opens up the squeaky door very quickly to get that opening frag. Slemmy looks on towards his second, but no. Zotic shuts him down with the AWP. And a slow, methodical round for Splyce once again turns things a 5-on-3 towards their favor. These are looking pretty good for them. Depp even forced out of position from Forklift. Cutler looking for him, spots him, takes his head off his shoulders. And so far, not a single point of damage has been done to Splyce. Android will look to try and change that with his M4 at close, but T is closing in at the back to them. They've even got backup here in the form of Peter, and yeah, Android will go down. Sorry, not Peter. Yay, he's here towards quad. Brain on the first, drops the bomb, tries to connect it onto Simphis, but no. Again, Splyce. Slowly but surely take control of these rounds. They turn 8-2 to the favor of the T-side board. compLexity struggling. Surely at some point they've got to call a tactical and figure out like what's going wrong for them, because this is their map. This is their default pick. Train is up next. It's not one of their maps. You concede this map, they may very easily concede this series in a simple 2-0 fashion. Splyce will be making their way towards the quarterfinals if we get there. So lots on the line for compLexity, and they're just not doing the damage here. At the very least, the eco coming in from them will start things off on the right foot, but it's only damage to likes of Zotic. It's not a kill, and even then it's only minimal amount of damage, so match be negligible at this point. They have gained A main control, so the T's can't necessarily go there. Still, Zotic will try and tempt fate. Depth is ready to try and take the peek here. Drone's ready on the other side. Spray comes through, it's easy. It's 45 seconds remain. T's again slowly take map control. They don't allow the pistols to do the damage that compLexity would ideally like them to do right here. Android goes falling. Yay takes Slemmy out towards the squeaky position. Yeah, this is not the best performance from compLexity. They really need to take a moment here to think about things. 9-2. As they try and push, they try and get eco frags, they try and get some AKs, the AWP, out of the hands of Splyce. Each other out instead. Double or setup coming out from compLexity. Max lots bonus out for the CT side. They need to turn it into some rounds here. Splyce are running away with his first map. And no one was expecting him to do so. Finally, Peter kicks things off, takes Simphis down. Davey trying to get the trade frag, but can't land the headshot. The spray is out. Depth actually takes drone out with the second AWP, so there we are. compLexity opening frag, second follow-up. Davey spotted out by Peter, and there we are. The CTs are finally starting to find some gaps in the Splyce defensive and exploit as appropriate. 2-on-5 situation for Cutler and Zotic. Both are out in very different positions. The bomb on the back of Zotic, he's playing in the sunroom, and Cutler playing in mid-garage. Seconds remaining. Depth spotting, shoulder peeking. Cutler actually pays the price for it. There's not much for Zotic to do here. 1 versus 5. Will peek straight into garage. Actually lands the shot on Depth. Turns the AK to his favor, but Android's still here towards mid. It's a good flick to try and shut him down. The second op will get picked up. There we are. 3rd round on the board for compLexity, but it took him a very long time to do so. Double AWP setup out for the CT side here. And Splyce a single AWP. They have invested. They've still got a little bit of money left over on a couple of power players. Much more spread out default again from Splyce. This is what allowed them to get picked apart so easily in that last round, and the reason why compLexity got traded so little when the defaults came down. For the moment, it's just the basic utility usage. Drone will try and smoke mid, try and gain some map control for Semphis and Co to potentially find. And yeah, smoke goes down, they still push out. Depth is caught off guard, as is Slemmy. He gets taken down, and Semphis turns on towards Depth, takes the AWP out of action. 5 versus 3. Yay, desperately trying to get a trade frag, and he will take Semphis back. Receiving so much damage from the highway position and from Squeaky. Backup has got to get cool, but Android is going to get caught off guard. Davey still gets trade fragged by Yay. He's holding on to 2 kills, but not the 3rd. Drone takes him down. It's all on Peter with the AWP. The bomb will get plotted for default. And a CT with a dream of a retake is not going to happen, it doesn't seem. Back towards Z connector, and it looks like Splyce will reset compLexity again. What is going on here, guys? Look at the frags being posted by Splyce as well. 4 players on 10 frags or above. The Peter's trying to look for the exit frags, taken a little bit away from the T side. And actually, you could find Zotic. That would be a nice pickup of the AWP. But Zotic is ready for this. Oh, he's so ready for this. He's not going to peek on towards Peter's advanced angle, so just play to hold on to the weapons. Of course, they don't want to let this one spiral out of control. If compLexity take all 5 out, then they will also be up for a reset. But at this point, this late in the half, I'm not sure how much it matters. 10 rounds for Splyce, 2 more for compLexity to find in this half, and they're all forced to buy, of course. I mean, they don't really have much of a choice at this point. 2 M4s are from us coming up from Slemmy Andrew with the Deagle. And Davey gonna peek up for Splyce, take the first position here towards mid, gain control of Icebox. They have actually challenged mid compLexity. They're just leaving players back on these sites. Depth and Yay on A. The other 3 towards B. Splyce for such a amount of map control, they can probably realize where these guys are coming in from. The AWP from Peter locks on the Semphis. David will start the peek up towards A. Spots Yay. And Depth will get caught off guard by Zotic. Surely they should realize now what's up. They should realize they will. It's way out of position and hit the A site, and indeed they will do so. But Peter's got the cross locked here from Highway. The flashbang does allow Davey and Drone across, but for how long is the question? Both players get picked apart by A and Peter. Peter looks in for his next frag on the AWP, but he can't seem to find it against Zotic. He's trying to smoke his way in. Ye still holding an aggressive angle. Cutler at the corner, got a peek on towards him, and Ye sprays him down. Doesn't know where Zotic is, and Peter lands the blind shot. 3 kills for him. And compLexity do force the round away from the T side, but again, it's come in quite late, and that's allowed Splyce to gain such easy T side control. They will, of course, buy down. The AK is the AWP. The setup that Splyce hasn't really failed them so far during this map, but looking to do right now against two acres out from the CT side. Peter taking the aggressive angle against Cutler, legs him down. He knows he's got him legged. He'll take the P250 to finish off the frag. Meanwhile, the push comes in from the T side. Depth will take down Drone, blindfolded smoke. Peter with the AWP on the back lines, still going to try to look for another frag back here, and he will spot Semvis, will take him down. Ye gets Zotic as well, leaving Davey alone for an ace clutch. Will spot Peter, will spray him, will take him down. Knows that Ye's on the backstab position. And Slimy's covering off from Highway, will take the spray, and compLexity will take 5 at the very end of the half. But still, this CT side was a disaster for compLexity. Starting off weak, didn't get it going, reset twice, almost reset a third time. They just about scraped together a buy and kept it all together. But now this T side needs to be glorious. Again, this is their pick. This is their default pick. And Splyce will look to shut it down in 2 maps if compLexity can't get started here in the second half. But we'll give them a half. We'll give them a bit of half time. Give them a bit of half time to relieve themselves of any pent-up energy. Of course, it is also a mental reset opportunity for compLexity at this point in time. They need to escape this CT side and figure out where they go from here. And compLexity in the pistol round now, getting Ye onto the CZ. A smoke for him as well. He's got the bomb by default. Slimy's got the double flash smoke, so he's playing utility support for the teams. I'd love to see Ye pass that CZ off to somebody else, get a raid boss in play for compLexity, but looks like they're not going to opt to do so. Splyce have all 5 players on Kevlar. No defuse kit, no smoke. And they push B halls. Actually, they may find a lot of information off the back of this. 3 players going forward, however. It's a passive hold towards A. As Slemmy looks to set up the smoke on the cross, depth herd towards mid. Zotic kicks things off for Splyce by taking his head off his shoulders and execution, tapping his way on through towards the next couple of players. He takes Slemmy down as well, with damage done on Ye. It's not looking good for compLexity. A 5-on-3 retake to the favour of Splyce, although Drone will go down. Android spots Davey as well, desperately looking for this headshot to get them back into the round, and they will be able to do so. 5-on-3, and Zotic peeks on Android, takes him down. Peter goes falling, it's all on Ye. 2 kills for him. CZ got a reload, 3rd on to Cutler. He's going to spray, he's going to find it. compLexity barely hold on after a disastrous start to that pistol. And Ye with the CZ clutch. A good idea to invest into that pistol at the end of the day. The upgrades come back. Splyce going to force the issue. Spots Cutler, sprays him, takes him down. Kicks things off for Splyce. Sorry, for compLexity. Jesus. It's the yellow. Clashes with the Splyce logo, so I think compLexity or Splyce. Splyce actually has decent positions actually to try and shut down the push to come through from compLexity. They've got aggression towards Squeaky. They did have Zotic and an off angle on the A-bomb site. Drones pushed in the backside to take depth down, so he's got himself a UMP to work with, and now the T's push on through. Squeaky open, Davey getting some serious damage. Slemmy will take down Zotic to kick things off, though. Ye's on 2 HP. The bomb will get planted from Android. Still a great position that Davey's still holding down. He will get Peter. Look for the next man. Burst comes through from Drone onto Slemmy. Will take him out. Ye on 2 HP, but he still gets the frag, and Davey is spotted out by Android on the backstab. Plexi, just hold on there. Doing there's a number of players, so get their AKs back out. Most of the investment, I think, stays in play. Still got to invest into Kevlar and the utility. So the main line isn't looking amazing for compLexity, and the eco will have to come through from Splyce. So they have that much to work with, Depth and Peter. They can get 5 frags between them on these MAC-10s, and that's a better round for the T side. And lo and behold, both players are playing in towards B, where the CTs have stacked. Latches in, Peter takes down Drone. Depth, his shots to his right-hand side and does take Davey out. Meanwhile, Peter does get traded back by Cutler. Backup will be here. I think they have all the information they need to rotate the bomb back towards the B-bomb site. Sorry, the A-bomb site. Plexity look to take 8 rounds on their T-side board, so yeah, they have stepped it up. They have brought themselves back into contention here on this map after a disastrous CT start. Splyce taking a 10-5 half. compLexity is still not out of it just yet. So we'll see when the rifle round comes to play, what Splyce have to bring to the table. Of course, bomb will go down. Depth still lurking in mid, trying to get a frag with his MAC-10. A nice $1,200 bonus. Boost the economy of the compLexity side. He might even backstab against Splyce, and yeah, that looks like exactly what he's doing. Spray on through. Cutler takes Depth down, but meanwhile, Zotic falls to the hands of the AKs. 2 MAC-10s get saved for compLexity. Andrew going to try to take them out of these hands. I don't think they'll keep them into the next round regardless, so I imagine they'll just go into the standard 4-buy. It doesn't matter, though. They will get taken out of their hands, compLexity, denying them anything around 19. Of course, the buy-ups will still come through from Splyce. The M4's out, no AWP potential. Cutler could have bought the AWP, I think, but he would have been completely glass cannon for it. No player above $5,000 means that it's just rifles, just automatic weapons. For Master Drone, so he's not entirely defined from Splyce. compLexity have the AWP, the 4 AKs out on the T side, and they go into a passive default setup. Depth from Peter trying to peek in towards the B-bomb site. Peter in particular with the AWP. Keeping Sempis pushed back here towards Checkers, and if he peeks out from behind this box, I think he's going to go down. That's particularly what Peter's angle is. Actually, the smoke is up, so this man could sneak out of the position if he wanted to. Utility continues to pour in here from compLexity. They're just trying to establish a mountain of map presence, a mountain of map control, and Depth actually may get the opening frag if he overextends a little bit further into Checkers. Unfortunately, though, there will be no more to push Sempis out of the way. Instead, there'll be a flashbang to catch Depth. Sempis opens things up for Splyce. And David once again boosting on top of the Shroud boost. Second time this has been used in this map so far. The T's are going to go towards B-bomb site, so it's a shame that it won't come into effect, but they can still use it for later on down the line if they need a trump card out of this round. Out of this map, I should say. The T's will try to stack their way in towards the B-bomb site, try to set up some of the utility, and it does pour out. They've got a few smokes, they've got some Molotovs. Flashbang coming through, and the T's make their move. Slemmy, first man in with the bomb. It goes down to the hands of Drone. Crossfire still locked. Cutler here from the tree. Sempis spots one man. He crosses in towards headshot, but Sempis connects the shot onto Ye as Cutler deals with Android. It's all onto Peter. The AWP in his hands. 1 versus 4, and he's got to back off. There is no chance for him today. Splyce connect their 11th. They hunt down this last player, the AWP of Peter. Catches Zotic off guard. Looks for Sempis. Damage done, though. Will he repeat this? He will, and he will take down Sempis. Make it a pretty expensive round for Splyce. Gets Davey as well, so it's a very expensive round for Splyce. They do connect their 11th. And that puts pressure on compLexity. The CT side are now within the finishing line. They're within the home stretch of finishing cash to their favour. which is not an outcome that compLexity want. They will be on the back foot for the rest of this series. They forced the issue. It's not the best weapon advantage, actually, in fact, for compLexity. They've still got 2 CZs. The UMP, when they could have had full rifles. Depth, meanwhile, going to move through. Does he hear them? Does he suspect them to be here on the Shroud boost? Did he see Davey on the edge of that smoke? I don't think he did. He had the CZ train on their position, but didn't take the shot. compLexity is slow and methodical, similar to Splyce's T side. Slowly try and gain an opening frag, gain a positional advantage, and gain any advantage above the CT side. 1 minute to go. Teams are going to start smoking the cross. Molotov towards quad. Flashbangs into the site. Davey's still here, and Slemmy trying to flash his way through. Davey spotted out by Android. He's the first casualty. Slemmy turns onto Zoic, turns onto Cutler as well. compLexity gain full control of the A-bomb site. Pick for pick, perfectly placed. And Splyce, it looks like they've already given in a towel. Sempis and Drone back out towards the T side of the map. Saving this AK, cowering in a corner. Sempis will try and look for an exit here towards Squeaky, but I imagine he might not be able to get a whole lot done here. CZ Go rears its ugly head again. This time to give a hand to the favour of compLexity. 9 to 11 will be the scoreline. Splyce will be reset on the CT side, which is a great pickup for compLexity as well. Zemba still looks onward, actually. He's trying to see if he can get one of these UMP shots. Never mind. Slemmy once again pistol whipping him out the server, essentially. And Drone, the only man to stay alive with an AK-47 for the CT side. Small damage buff. Headshots to be done. And several players could get a couple of good frags, but for the rest of them, it's all on 4 spies. CZ's not been doing well for CT sides today, especially not on cash here with compLexity or Splyce. But Splyce will still go into this round regardless. They're actually going to push one into counter boost. They might get Drone to a very good position to potentially take some players down. He's going to play passive on his counter boost position. Just hold back and wait for the moment. Splyce just wait for it, essentially. That's all they're going to be doing. Drone does peek, does take Slemmy. That's the bomb down. It's not a major amount of CT map control or bomb control, but he has got his presence here on the boost spot. The Molotov trying to force him out. Actually lands a bit too far, so Drone is more than fine sitting here and waiting. Ye's going to peek up. This is the second frag. Easy enough from the flashbang comes through, and Ye is dead. One key position. That's all the AK needed to hold. One CT here to back him up in Zotic. Sempis is pushed up through Squeaky. Will spot Peter. Will take the AWP out of play, and Splyce will turn it around. Depth on 8. Android in a 2-on-5. As Depth goes down as Android in a 1-on-5, and Zotic just deegs him out of the server. All 5 alive for Splyce. And another force buy works out for the evening. This is like force by 11 at this point. Of course, if you weren't watching our series between Ghost and Swole Patrol, you'll know exactly what that means. Forces galore. Small pause coming in for compLexity. Slemmy on CZ. Do you know what? I don't even question it. It's just as strong as 5 AKs at this point. I don't think that's a controversial statement saying this weapon needs to be nerfed. For compLexity, I think they're going to be using it. The double AWP from Splyce is brought into play. 2 AKs will negate a lot of the head armor on the T side. Most of these players are going to fall to one shot anyway if they're not careful where they position themselves against Tempest and Zoik. You can see that's why they've got passive angles, particularly from Peter. Backed up in T-spawn, watching the B-halls. The T's from mid won't be so passive, however. They're going to take mid control. Not going to spot any of the CTC. They're going towards the vent room instead. It's Semphis and Drone to lock this defensive down. Semphis with the AWP. Drone watching checkers, and nothing will get spotted here by Cutler. He's going to realize it's a full commitment towards the B bomb site. Depth gets Drone as Drone only takes 1 player with him. It's a full amount of control to compLexity. A 4-on-4 retake with 2 AWPs to play with as well. What does Tempest and Zotic want to do here? Because one of the rifles dropped is an AK. They do lose on that headshot potential. They are slow to get themselves set up here for the Splyce. Android is considering the peaks coming through. The nades in, doesn't land on anybody. Splyce taking this one just as slow as they took their T-side rounds. They're running out of time. They need to make this move very quickly. Zotic is going to be the first man in with the AWP spotted out by Depth. Depth sprays him back away and doesn't catch any of the Molotovs right here. Android's ready as they push him through towards 3. He gets himself 1, 2, 3. Easy lined up. An easy 10th round for compLexity. As one more pause comes out. Tactical in nature for the Cole side. They slow things down to a grinding halt. Allow it to simmer a little bit for Splyce. And think about their own standing in this series, in this map. They have brought it back. We were 10-5 at the half. Splyce in the lead. They've only managed to score 2 rounds. They've been reset again. And it looks like they're going to be going in with an eco on this one, Splyce. They're not going to force the issue. They're not going to try and re-enter this cycle of attrition, this war of attrition between them and compLexity. They just want to get a full rifle round out, make it decide, make a decision based off of that round of who's going to take the lead. As Depth just makes quick mincemeat of the CTs pushing in from Squeaky. 4 kills for him, Stomach gets the last. Simple enough. 11 rounds on the board for compLexity now. But Splyce will buy M4s. Cutler and Zotic have them. Semphis will get a FAMAS out. Second FAMAS for Drone as well. So let's see what Splyce have to play with here. Great start from Peter. Semphis peeked out. AWP was already set up. Gets the first frag, taking the FAMAS out of play. They've still got M4s to work with though, and Drone is still playing in checkers. Well, he's not quite playing in checkers. He's playing from the B main corner. Extra smokes to support him in this position. I actually think he was smoked off by that second smoke. Yeah, it looks like it chipped it, so keeping Drone. I'm not sure if that's purposeful to keep Drone hidden or whether he just fluffed it. Either way, it is what it is, and it will clear in a couple of seconds, and it doesn't matter for compLexity. They have left the B control. Except for Peter, who's still here with the AWP, still trying to hold a lie, can maybe get a second frag on a CT out to this position. compLexity once again take mid control, and Peter does spot a man crossing. Davey legged down, 11 HP. And Splyce not looking great here on this CT side. They have got 4 pauses still. Not going to consider using one of those in the next few rounds. Depth gets tagged up. Davey holding a very close position, but Slemmy knows exactly what's up. He sprays him down. Cutler, meanwhile, caught off by Depth. Depth actually gets taken down instead. But yeah, he will trade out Drone, opening up the B-bomb site for good. Cutler desperately spraying on through, desperately trying to gain a wallbanger shot. Any advantage for the CT side on this retake. It's going to be a 2-on-4. compLexity well and truly in the advantage, and Splyce is just going to back right off, look for the exits. compLexity on the rifle round will take us back to evens. Splyce having the lead from the turn of the half. Now lost that lead. 7 grueling rounds from compLexity. No choice at this point in time. Splyce, 3 rounds of lost bonus. They invested in this one though, so not everyone's going to have money, and they may just look to half buy around these 2 rifles. What's the plan? What's the play, Splyce? AK M4. The Eagle coming out from Sempis with the Zeus as well, interesting enough. He actually did drop it, so not to be in this case. PT50 and a CZ for Drone and Davey respectively. Meanwhile, compLexity more than fine with their current setup. The York for Peter. 3 AKs and an M4 for Slemmy. As Peter already catches Sempis off guard. The Eagle down. Once again, the AWP picks up the first towards this B-Hall's position. Depth catching a small glimpse of Drone, taking the frag for it. Yeah, there's not really much left for Splyce at this point in time. The rifle should just rotate towards A. Save it. And Splyce have not made a very good showing of this CT side. So their bias is roughly towards CT side as well. I would have expected this to be the half where they took control of the match and they just ran over compLexity, but no. Not today. compLexity coming back, taking back the lead from the CT side to get their map pick as well. They were the ones who decided on this one. Cutler will take Depth down as they go hunting, trying to take these rifles out of play, but Cutler's going to make it rather expensive. 2 frags, not that all-important third, not the one that puts the deficit together, but Android will take Davey down. It's all up to Cutler. Staying alive barely. He takes Android out of the action, but does get traded back to Peter. It doesn't matter too much for the CT side. They have made it expensive. They couldn't save that AK, chipping away at compLexity's economy. Splyce buy down, up, out. M4 on Sempis, Cutler, and Davey. For Mars, for Drone. And Zytek's got the AWP. Where's he going? He's going in towards the mid position, trying to get this opening early frag. No one's going to be on the boost spot, though. He's not going to try to take the fight against Depth. Well, he will try to take the fight against Depth, but Depth's just suppressed by the smoke. Zytek won't find anything against him. Cutler's boosted Davey up towards Shroud Boost. This one hasn't come into an effective position just yet, but if Davey can make this happen, then maybe there might be a chance. He drops the bomb. Yay, down. Slemmy trying to trade him. Cutler out towards Forklift. Takes him down as well. Andrew wants made his way on towards the A bomb site, but he doesn't account for the AWP that's made its way up close and personal. 2 versus 4 situation. The CTs have rotated to support. They got the bomb control. Need to try and maintain it. Cutler spots both the players. Sprays on through towards Depth. Does take him down. It's all on Peter with the AWP. 1v4. AWP of Zytek peeking on towards him. And he will take him down. 2 frags for him and 2 frags for Cutler. 1 frag from Davey as well to open up the round and save a 13 for Splyce. Disallowing compLexity to take a confident lead above this CT side. And forcing them to rebuy on every single player here. M4s. Replaced by AKs on the CT side. The AKs on the T side rebought down with the AWP from Peter. A very crucial round for both sides. The winner of this one might be able to claim this map. Probably going to be able to claim this map. For Splyce, that would be absolutely huge in this matchup right now. in this series. The double op set up and play from Sempis and Zotic. One playing in the B site and the other playing in towards middle. A great spray from Cutler to try and cut Android down. Only gets so much damage though, not enough to get the frag. But Splyce have an ever so slight health advantage above the T side. Sempis once again taking rather risky peek towards checkers, and he can't quite seem to find the AWP of Peter. Kind of looks on through, can't see anyone here towards main, but the flashbang comes through, he does gain main control. Does cut off one avenue of entry from compLexity while setting up a nice avenue of defense here for the CT side. Slemmy's still going to challenge for this though, and he may end up falling for it. Yep, creeps up close alongside Ye here. It looks like it's going to be a split in towards the A-bomb site. The CTs have left it, and they're going to set up a triangle of death. One quad, one MBK, and one from the forklift. Depth's going to spot the first, but peeks on towards Cutler to take him down. Looks for David, but David connects one frag. Zotic with a second. Android will finally clear out the last of the CT presence and set up a 3 versus 3 retake for 2 AWPs. Make it just one. Zotic still working in the back of the site. Eventually gets taken down. It's all on drone and Sempis. It's the last 2 remaining. Desperately trying to cling on to Splyce's advantage here. Desperately trying to cling on to the reset against the T side. It's not going to happen. As Slemmy takes drone down. It's all on Sempis. 1 versus 3. Up towards middle. He's already backed off. This is a 14th round on the board for compLexity as they reset Splyce yet again in this map. (14 to 13 on the board for the T side. I think Splyce are going to force the issue right here. M4's getting dropped out. 2 more brought down. Cutler going to be a little bit weak on his laurels, but investing in Kevlar helmet with a CZ as well. I mean, the Kevlar helmet is going to be a little bit of a waste against the AKs and the AWP. The CZ maybe not so much as the aggression comes in from the CT side. Drone on a big gamble play, and it may be enough. No, it won't be enough. Peter locking it down. Long range position. Shot off towards the first frag. Slemmy catches Cutler on the aggression, and the CTs desperately trying to cling on to a lifeline. In this matchup, it looks like it's already going to be all over for them as Android picks up Davey. Another simple frag untraded by Splyce. Zotic will get one, but Ye trades him back all the same. It's Sempis alone with an AWP. And alone to concede a 15th to the favour of compLexity. This AWP doesn't spot, well, spots dead, but doesn't quite catch the kill. The second face will take him down, but now they know where he is, and the T's will try and take him out. Splyce will be forced down to a force buy regardless of whether Sempis survives, and he has spotted Peter just waiting for it. Actually, the smoke does get him out of the dodge there, but yeah, with the spray. Gonna win that every day, 15 to 13. And last buy up for Splyce. Last chance saloon to steal this map away from compLexity, else we'll be going to train. And more than likely to a 3rd map off that basis. So let's see what Splyce have to work with. The last gasp, a last chance for the first map of our best of 3. Splyce only getting 3 rounds so far on this CT side. It's not really the best performance metrics. Bringing into their second half, compLexity maintaining control for the most part, at the very least. The T's held back. Cutler, aggressive. Does he stem me? Does he? Yes, he does. Take the deagle shot. But unable to get the kill. He had it locked on towards his head, and he's forced back into the A-bomb site itself. Actually might re-pick it with a flash. No, it doesn't catch anybody again. compLexity playing perfectly around Splyce's current aggressive default. 45 seconds left for this T side to make their move into wherever it is they want to go. They've got mid control. They can go B, they can go A. They are set out to do either, but with depth rotating out of the B halls, it seems like it's going to be a hit towards A. The man trying to hold control is Zotic as he gets spotted, sprayed down by Android. He gets the first frag very easily for this T side. One more man back towards main. Cutler goes down as Davey also falls. And Sempis and Drone, the last two left alive. Drone, CZ, peeking up against Ye, flashed out, forced away. Sempis with a deagle, trying to look for anything he can. Does spot Ye. Drone takes him down. However, Peter caught out in the midst, and Android takes the Molotov straight towards him. Sempis 1 versus 4. For a serious clutch for Splyce, it's just not going to happen today. 16-13. compLexity do take their map pick, although it was a slow start to get there, and it definitely felt like Splyce had an opportunity to potentially steal that map away, but it's only a map. We have another one coming up. Train is up to play for in map 2 of our best of 3. Don't go anywhere. Back after this.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.